Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of REZ RIDE, coming to you live from KWTN 100.9 FM. This is your host, MC BKC, joined
DJ Garanteed.
In the story with
DJ Garanteed, and we also have in the middle of drinking. We aren't going to say over the airwaves, but
hello.
Oh,
DJ Bessami.
Are you up?
It's the one right next to it.
Oh, right here. Right.
There she is. Yes.
Is that you?
Hello.
Yes, there you are. All right.
See,
Little bit
I was
of
chugging my drink.
That's
no
what you
worries.
get.
Hey. So,
Oba.
happy Thursday to everybody as we're getting situated here in the studio.
Happy Thursday.
We have quite a bit to get into here on the REZ RIDE, and as you know, we are going to have our topic of the day, which will be another countdown, if you will. We'll have celebrity birthdays as well as our usual weirdness and food conversations. A little bit of Did You Know, shout-outs, and of course, our one and only Love Line. I can't wait to get into this week, because last week was so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I was walking down the hall of the Black Hawk Center.
yeah.
Minding my own business, cruising the streets. This sounds like a kind of a DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Walking down the hall,
Yes.
Anyways,
Uh-huh.
I got compliments on the, what was it called? The Love Line?
Love Line, yeah.
The Love Line. They said that was pretty good and stuff,
Yes.
so.
We're here to give out bad advice. No. So, welcome to the REZ RIDE. Hop in. We're going cruising. Let's get started right away with a little bit of music, you guys, if you will. This is the one and only Jade from the early 90s with their hit Don't Walk Away. This is KWTN REZ RIDE 100.9 FM.
Let's go.
Hi, we're not in right now, but if you leave your name and number, we'll get back to you.
that, that was the one and only Jade with their debut hit, Don't Walk Away, from the mid-90s. I always loved that song ever since it first came out.
For some reason, I always remember the music video too, man. The girl had real long.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
and stuff,
she was
you know?
wearing weave, but yes.
Yes, for sure.
The
But it's a
long
good video.
curved acrylic.
Yes. And also back in the day, that was kind of the first appearance of the bare midriff. Of course, that kind of blew up around the turn of the century, like
Right.
2000 and stuff. But Jade was doing that all the way back then, like in 1993. I think that's when that song came out. So
Very nice.
yes. So, up next, you guys, we have quite a bit of stuff to get into. Let's start off a little bit with the celebrity birthdays. We have the one and only Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi,
Yes, happy birthday to
Scott
him.
Muscudi.
Yes. Happy birthday to him this week. We also have happy birthday to Batman himself. Do your best impersonation, Christian Bale. I'm the Batman.
Man, what is up with this voice?
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is weird, huh?
Absolutely, but that's the
Every
way that
Batman,
was.
he just goes nuts on his voice.
Exactly, and that low gravelly whatever.
Right.
So we also have happy birthday to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the president during World War II.
Oh, okay. I was like, which actor is that?
Yeah. Yeah, no, he was in Star Wars. No, just kidding. No, yeah. Happy birthday, FDR. Also, the one and only Phil Collins in the music world. And you remember his, hugest hit probably In the Air Tonight, but he also did a lot of soundtracks for Disney.
I watched Tulsa King. Did you watch? You guys watch that on Paramount yet?
No,
Tulsa
I have
King.
not, no.
It's about this mobster because I love Sopranos. Sopranos is my thing and stuff. I could watch that probably 10 times. Anyways, it's about this mobster gets out of freshly released prison, and it's starring Sylvester Stallone. Rambo guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he gets sent to Oklahoma to start his kind of own mob or whatever. Anyways, they're the main kind of climax of the scene and stuff like that. They have a big shootout with this biker group, and right when they're coming in slow motion and the guns are getting ready to blaze and everything, that song comes on by Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
I
love
just
that
watched
song.
that just last night, you know what I mean? And then, of course, The Hangover. You remember on The Hangover when
Yeah.
Mike Tyson knocks Phil Collins right there?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's something that honestly I have to say I didn't get all the way through that because I thought it was boring.
Oh,
I
The
did,
Hangover?
Yes, I'm sorry, but yes, I know that people cancel me already, but whatever. Yeah, so happy birthday to Phil Collins. Also, the one and only Justin Timberlake. Happy birthday to him.
Oh,
Sync, and of course, the fame that came out from
JT.
him. Yes.
JT.
We also have happy birthday to Portia de Rossi, model, and also the significant other of Ellen DeGeneres. Actress Minnie Driver. I absolutely loved her because she was the romantic lead with opposite Matt Damon on that movie.
Okay.
And then also she was kind of the nemesis to Karen Walker on Will and Grace. She married Karen's ex-husband Stan, and I always loved it because he was kind of like those unseen characters, and they always described him as this guy that was like enormously fat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so happy birthday to Minnie Driver. Also, we have the one and the only Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
Happy
Rosa
birthday
Parks.
to her. Yes, absolutely. Also, happy birthday to Harry Styles. Harry Styles. He's celebrating a birthday this week. Like I said, there are a lot. The late Lisa Marie Presley, it was her birthday this week, even though she just recently passed away.
Yeah.
Happy birthday on the other side to her. Also, was it MMA? Anyway, Ronda Rousey.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, her.
Now she's in WWE. Did you know that? I did not know that.
No, I did
No,
not
I
know
didn't.
that at all.
It's a little weird and stuff, you know what I mean? But she was just dominating that UFC there for a while, and she was undefeated.
Absolutely, yes. Ronda Rousey. Happy birthday to her. Also, we had Rick James.
Oh,
The
yes.
Funk Master himself. Happy birthday to him. Also, rapper Big Boy. The second half of that duo with Andre, was it 5,000?
Yeah, Andre 3000.
3,000, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Outcast.
sorry.
And they had a song called Rosa Parks.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. It was meant to be all born together. And also Shakira and reggaeton favorite Daddy Yankee.
You got
Yeah.
some
That
good
was a
songs.
song playing earlier.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the era?
Well, it was when we were getting set up. Gasolina played.
Oh, okay.
That was when you were like, gee.
Yeah, I know. Shakira, did
Yeah.
you watch her Super Bowl performance with J-Lo?
Yes, I saw most of it. I can't say all of it, but most of it. Yeah, they did all right. They did They did good.
So they said that usually, what do you think? In your opinion, what do you think, like, because they gave her so many minutes, J-Lo so many minutes, and usually they give, like, you know, the rock bands the whole full 20 minutes. So they both had 10 minutes each. Was that a dig, or was that...
No, because they're such diverse styles. I mean, if you listen to J-Lo, it's really nothing like Shakira. It's just, you know, I think they try to mix it in that they're both Latinas.
Oh, okay.
But J-Lo, I believe, is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And Shakira, if I'm not mistaken, I think she's Colombian.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, the fact that they are Latinas, I think what they were trying to mix it together. But their music is very, very different. Very, very different.
Yeah. What was up with the tongue wagging, though? Shakira's tongue wagging. You see that?
Yes.
It was like, what was that? It's,
Gee, we almost did that in a harmony too, DJ Bessami. Yes.
She was trying to add some razzle dazzle.
I want to get the story behind that. You know, I'm not gonna dig it. I'm not gonna dog it or anything like that. You know what I mean? But I would like to know if that's maybe
show us.
maybe a
For
Columbia.
those that don't know. No,
Yeah, I mean, because people probably say, you know, hey, us brothers to the south and sisters to the south, you know,
Right.
we got the same color, most of us do and stuff. We
Yeah.
just war hoop and we war hoop different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sure do. Also in the celebrity birthdays, there's the one and only Warwick Davis. Warwick Davis is the man who played the character Willow. He was also the man that sat inside R2-D2.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, that's Warwick Davis. Happy birthday to him.
Warwick Davis, that
Yes.
guy, he never ages. I seen him.
No, yes, and even in the modern day Willow, that I think it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, he looks the same, doesn't he?
Yep. Also, happy birthday to explorer Ferdinand Magellan. We had that question a few shows ago regarding what is the real full name of Captain Crunch. You remember Ferdinand was in that? Amal Clooney, George's wife. Nathan Lane, the guy who played the voice of Timon on Lion King. Remember Timon and Pumbaa?
Oh, yeah.
The little muskrat or whatever he is.
Those two are my favorite.
Yep. Happy birthday to Alice Cooper. Happy birthday to Natalie Imbruglia, who, you know, sang the song that they made fun of on White Chicks, you know, making my way downtown.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite.
Yes.
And then that guy knew all the words.
Yeah. He starts getting it.
That's my jam. But yeah, and then also finally happy birthday to Oscar De La Hoya.
Yes.
Fighter with that. So,
I forgot his nickname. Does anybody remember his nickname?
Yeah. Somebody out in the listeners shouted out also.
Yeah, what was
it?
it?
Oscar De La Hoya's
Golden Boy.
Yeah,
Duh.
Golden Boy.
I know he got a big, huge promotion company called Golden Boy.
Yeah, right. So let's get us back into some music. Up next, then we have a throwback from Guy with the song I Like here on KWTN 100.9 FM.
Sounds of Guy, huh?
Girl, words can't express the way I feel for you. The way you hold me, the way you touch me. Girl, everything you do to me, you know I like it. Don't stop now.
I like the way you wear your hair, baby. I like the stylish clothes you wear, baby. The way you kiss me and hold me tight. I like the way. I like the way.
Tell me you like it.
I like the things you do to me, baby. I like the way you squeeze and tease me, baby. Please, baby, take me home tonight. I like the way. I like the way.
I like the stylish clothes you wear, baby. The way you kiss me, you hold me tight. I like the way. I like it. I like it. I like the things you do to me, baby. I like the way you squeeze and tease me, baby. Come on, baby, take me home tonight. I like the way. Yep. Do it, baby. Push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, push Come and get it, baby.
Let's get busy.
Come and get it, baby. You know I like it. You know I like it.
You play.
Yep. Hey, I.
Everybody
just ain't over. Come on, oh baby, just ain't no doubt.
That was Guy with I Like the Hype mix. That is a remix, not very much heard, of course, because it came off of the CD single. So
Who was all in Guy?
Teddy Riley is the only one that I knew of for sure.
Was Ralph Tresvant or whatever his name is? Was he in Guy? We'll have to look that up.
I don't think so.
No, he wasn't in that one.
No, because he was New Edition.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
See, there you go.
See, this is going over my head. I was telling MC BKC that I know that song, but from TikTok.
They're bringing them back.
They're bringing them back.
Course. All those good songs, all of them get used from TikTok. I myself do not have TikTok, so
I don't either.
I
Do
see
you
it all the time.
follow you on TikTok?
Yeah, follow me.
follow me on TikTok. Yes. So the topic of the day, you guys, like we had last time, you remember we did our top 5 musical artists of all time.
I thought it was groups, but
Well, all of them together.
yeah.
So I mean, we can break that down. But the top for us, mine was of course the one and only Depeche Mode. DJ Bessami, yours was
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd, and
Drew Hill.
Drew Hill for DJ Garanteed. So we're going to mix it up a little bit this week, and we're going to go top 5 again. So I hope you brought a pen, and if you don't, you can get it. But we're going to throw it out there. Top 5 all-time favorite video games. Video games. How much time did you waste? How many quarters did you pump in a machine if you're old like me? Or how many times did your parents yell at you to shut that off and go to bed?
Yeah.
Yes, top 5 all-time video games.
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm always ready and stuff. I
Yeah.
just love it. Do you have to think of yours?
I got a couple off the top of my head, but I got to think about a few more.
Okay, coming in at number 5 for me. I can't wait for this one because we were just talking about esports last
We
night
was.
on the Big Boys.
Nice.
And I have to go with Pac-Man for number 5.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's
Absolutely.
a simple game, but at the same time, man, I get glued to that one anytime I see it and stuff. It's like squirrel. And I'll be over there, they'll be like looking for me and stuff. Where's Garen at? We gotta go. And I'm over there trying to,
Putting all those dollars in the machine.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's my
Absolutely.
number 5. Who was
Number 5. Number 5 for me is Mortal Kombat. Oh my gosh.
That was on my list.
Yeah, the first time that I ever saw it, I was like, what is that?
Right.
And I was hooked.
Yeah.
Because it was so real. And then years later, I've seen where they actually did the imaging off of real people.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. I think it's even on YouTube. I think if you search it, you can find it now. But yeah, Mortal Kombat number 5.
The first
for
time
me,
you've seen a
yes.
fatality on a video
And
game?
my guy was Raiden. Oh my God, I loved Raiden.
I was like,
Loved it.
really? Did they just do that fatality? And
Yeah.
that's when like Dan Quayle and all those guys
Yeah,
were like,
censorship.
and it just went crazy. It went nuts and stuff.
Yes.
Who's your number 5?
Mine, I'm going to go with Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, nice. All the way up to the new school.
Man, I will tell you what, who knows how far that game goes.
It goes forever, and it's made that way.
Is it really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because even the worlds, when you reach the end, if you get there, it tells you to wait while their engineers are making new ones.
Wow.
And then they kind of debut it, and then there's a whole nother level, a whole nother world. I mean, it's crazy. Candy Crush. Yeah, nice. So here on the Big Boys, on the REZ Ride, we're talking our top 5 video games. So listeners, shout it out. What games did you spend way too much time on? What games did you absolutely love, can't live without, even if it's today? That's where we're going to go. So that was number 5. Do we want to get into more? Or
Yeah, let's do it. Number 4 for me?
Yes.
I am going to have to go with Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Yeah,
nice.
Street Fighter. That was when the first Nintendo came out.
Yeah, from
then
the Super NES.
Yeah, the Super came out, and man, that was like my childhood. I don't know, summertime and stuff like that, and then going into school, you couldn't wait to get back home from school to start playing some Street Fighter.
Nice.
That was the stuff, man.
Absolutely. So that's his number 4. So my number 4 is actually going to be Super Mario Brothers from the early days of Super NES. I swear to you guys, I probably spent a week straight trying to rescue the princess. Never really got there, but oh my god, how much time I wasted on Super Mario Brothers. So that's my number 4.
My number 4, I'm going to go with...
Duck Hunt. No.
Oh, the Facebook games? No. I'm going to go with...
The snake on the computer at school, though.
That SpongeBob game. I don't know the name of it, though, but there's a SpongeBob game, and
Oh, man.
there's a SpongeBob game. It's a classic. Everybody that's my age, they know what I'm talking about.
What platform was it on?
Xbox.
Xbox. So listeners, if you had an Xbox box, yeah, I can talk. Which SpongeBob
the name
game
of it.
could you not get enough of? Help us out with that.
What was the plot of the game?
Yeah.
So you get to like kind of do different challenges, but the one that I would there's different, you get to do different stuff. But the one that I would always get stuck on is Patrick. I could never beat Patrick.
Oh, you had to fight him?
SpongeBob has to try to kind of take him down. They have like spots where you got to hit him or something like that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So SpongeBob. So there we are with our 5th and 4th place. We are talking about our topic of the day, our top 5 video games of all time. You are live on the REZ Ride, KWTN 100.9. Let's get back into some music. We have Pretty Poison from the debut hit that they had. It's called Catch Me, I'm Falling.
Cool.
Are you ready, boy? Here I come. Catch me. I'm falling. You came into my life. The look in your eyes took me by surprise. It's you.
welcome back to the REZ Ride, coming to you live on KWTN 100.9 FM. The Big Voice Radio, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe, and I am your host, MC BKC. Joined in the studio right now with
DJ Bessami.
Yes, we also have a line where you can call and text to give us a shout out or make requests live, as long as the songs are radio friendly. Do you want to provide that information if you would?
Yes, so you can get a hold of us by texting the text line. It's 402-922-3347, or you can email KWTN@winnebagotribe.com.
Nice. So here we have the topic of the day, and we are going into our top 5 video games of all time. DJ Garanteed, who stepped out of the room, his number 5 was Pac-Man, which we all love, and his number 4 was Street Fighter. DJ Bessami's number 5 was Candy Crush, and then she's searching for the name of the actual title.
Yes.
It was a SpongeBob game played on Xbox, so we need your help, listeners. If you had an Xbox, there was a SpongeBob game everybody loved, so we need the actual name of that. And mine were Mortal Kombat at number 5 and Super Mario Brothers on the Super NES. That was my 4 and 5. I absolutely love video games. I think I love them too much, DJ Bessami. What about you?
Well, see, growing up, I loved them. Couldn't get enough of them.
Right.
Somewhere in there, I don't know. I just fell off the video game world and I stopped playing them. Then I started playing Candy Crush and games like that. And
Yeah, they come back to you, and they come back to you in really weird and different ways sometimes. So
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy like that. Yeah, absolutely. So give us a shout out, listeners. What were your top 5 video games of all time? Because that's our topic of the day. But don't forget, listeners, also later on in the show, we are going to have some weirdness as well as other discussions, spilling the tea. We have some news to give out, as well as our famous love line. Yes, last week we got quite a bit of good feedback off that, because you have the opportunity to ask Deadly Auntie, Deadly Chewy, ask Deadly Dega, Deadly Uncle, anything in your love life that you want to have solved, because we have all the answers. We have everything that you need, so don't be afraid to shout it out. And of course, the questions that we have already this week, oh my god, I can't wait for you guys to get into them. Last week, do you remember when we talked about he doesn't like my fry bread?
yes, that was a good one. So I'm excited for this week.
Yes, absolutely. So, listeners, also we have some other programming here on KWTN. DJ Bessami, do you want to tell them about that?
Yes, so on Fridays, we're going to be getting into a today's top hits mix with DJ Blue tomorrow at 7 p.m. So that's going to be coming to you on Friday. And then we have our Midnight Love episode at 10 p.m.
Yes.
And I want to make mention, we're going to be premiering a new show tomorrow over the Big Voice at 11 in the morning. So it'll be at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
It's going to be Indigified Podcast with Trisha Ettringer, Monica Goodon, and Brandon Arriaga. So
Nice. Indigified. I absolutely love that word.
Yes.
Indigified. So when they came up with that, snaps for you guys. Yes, Indigified. So let's get us back into some music. We have the one and only Toni Braxton with her 1995 hit, You're Making Me High. You're on the REZ Ride. Get in. We're going cruising. KWTN. I always absolutely loved that song, DJ Bessami. That was always one of my favorite songs from her. I thought I just liked the way it sounded. Absolutely loved it. Yes, I don't think I have you unmuted. I do not.
I was
There you go.
hollering.
Yeah,
No,
sorry about that. Yeah.
no, what I was just saying, it was really beautiful.
Yes, it is. I absolutely love it. And her voice just fit it so well. So when Babyface put it together, it was like, yeah, you did the right thing.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, absolutely. Here we go. Also, coming up then, let's get into some of our other details. Let's have a little bit of Did You Know? How's that? Okay.
Let's get into it.
All right. So, did you know that cans of diet soda float while cans of regular soda sink?
I'm sure they do. I'm just kidding.
Have you ever tried it? I mean,
I haven't.
I'm kind of sitting here looking at my zero sugar sun-kissed orange or whatever this is. Some kind of chemical concoction, I'm sure. And I'm wondering, okay, I'm ingesting it. Is it going to float or is it going to sink? But according to studies, that's what it is. And it has something to do with the sugar, of course. Also, did you know that on average, human beings in America spend an average of 2 weeks of their life sitting in traffic lights?
I believe it.
So we know some of you are driving on the way home. Hopefully the traffic lights are being kind to you.
Yes.
And you're able to get, home as quickly as possible. But also the frustrations of traffic. A dear friend of mine who has since passed on, he always used to make us laugh. So, he was so funny. But he'd be saying, "Am I still waiting?" And if the traffic was slow, what are we in a parade? And so whatever. So yeah, you wait 2 weeks of your life in traffic lights.
It's a long time though.
Yes. Also, and did you know that if you hate mosquitoes, get yourself a bat, because bats will eat up to 1,000 insects every night.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely. Have you ever been around bats?
Just in the zoo.
In the zoo, when you've seen them at Henry Dorley?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go downstairs in that dark area. What always freaked me out about the zoo, which I loved, I absolutely love going to the zoo. And if none of you guys, or if you've never been to Henry Dorley Zoo in Omaha, by all means get down there, especially as the spring season opens up. But when you go into, it's called the Kingdoms of the Night. Mm-hmm. So all of the nocturnal creatures and everything are there, including the bats like what we're talking about. But as you're walking through the swamp, notice that the crocodiles or the alligators, whichever that they are literally standing at the edge of the netting and the fence.
Oh, that just gave me the shivers.
Yeah, so it's like those, they're waiting for someone, some little kid to stick their finger out there and snap that sucker right out.
Just waiting at
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, if you hate mosquitoes, get yourself a bat because they'll help keep them under control. Also, did you know that tiger sharks attack one another in the womb? So even before they're born, the aggressiveness of the tiger sharks causes them to essentially cannibalize one another even before they're born. Isn't that crazy? Did you know?
I did not know that.
Yes, indeed. So those are the things that we have to throw out there. Also, remember, we are talking about our top 5, and we have our list of top 5 video games of all time. So as you are listening to us, don't be afraid to give a shout out. Which video games rocked your world? Which video games made you spend too much time? And also, which video games made your parents yell at you, "Turn that off and get to bed"? Did that happen to you, DJ Bessami?
Yep.
Did it?
We used to get our power cord taken from our Xbox.
Oh no, really? They were,
bedtime.
Really meant business. It's like, it is over. It is over. Absolutely. So remember, guys, you are on the REZ Ride. We are going to be doing this every Thursday starting at 4 p.m. We are coming to you live from the Big Voice studio here in Winnebago, Nebraska. I am your host, MC BKC, joined by DJ Bessami and DJ Garanteed. We're going to get right back into some music with a classic from TLC, one off of their debut album, and that's the way we like them. Coming to you live, REZ Ride. Here we go.
This one goes out to all the lovers in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna express my feelings right about now in the way I like to do things. See y'all, bring it in. Head spinning like a merry-go-round. Take control like Charles in charge. I really can't wait, let's stay in the garage. Oops, let me run upstairs and get the whipped cream. Can't have ice cream without whipped cream. Plus an ice cube to make you swing. My main man did it, ain't do the right thing. Come on, let me tickle you in all the right places. Keep my eyes open while I watch you make faces. Feeling quite dandy, comfortable and cozy. Let me draw the curtains cause my neighbors are nosy. So make a little room, here comes Big Daddy. Big like a truck, satisfying like a caddy. Many are called, but the chosen are few. And all I wanna know, is it good to you? Is it good to me? I like it. Ooh, I like it. Is it good the lover do his duty. It looks like rain, but rain doesn't matter. We can take time, hold hands, and chit chatter. And what about love? Love's a possibility, but let's make sure we share the same mentality. Close the door, dim the lights, everything's okie dokie, copacetic, alright. And how about oil, warm from the heat? I can slick your body down from your head to your feet, make you smile from a simple kiss. Close your eyes and I'll grant your first wish. Open your arms and wrap me tight like a teddy bear. Then take your fingers and run it through my hair. Many are called and the chosen a few, but all I wanna know, is it good to you? Is it good to you? Yeah, way back a little. You know, I'm really curious. I really wanna know how I feel right now. I mean, is it good to you? 'Cause believe me when I tell you, it feels good to me. Roll over my lover, the sun is beaming, the hot water's running and the bathroom steaming. Champagne bottle in the corner half done, rose still bright from the morning sun. Yeah, we snuggled up, now it's time to buckle up. So call me Lady Cutie and I'll pick you up. Many a call, but the chosen are few. And all I wanna know, is it good to you? Is it good to you? Is it good to you? I wanna know. Is it good to you? I'd like to know.
You got me singing, ooh.
Come on, sing it, baby. Come on, let me hear it, honey. Come on, sing it, baby. Come on, let me hear it, honey. Come on, sing it, baby. Come on, let me hear it, honey. Come on, sing it, baby. Come on, let me hear it, honey. Is it good to you? 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 Tell me about it, baby. Is it good to you?
Is it good to you?
Full effect. Got my DJ Spider-Man, and I'm talking about my boys calling me bad, you know what I'm saying? Yo, check it out. Everybody get up and clap your hands, yo. My boys calling me bad, about to drop some signs. So we gonna do it like this. I like this, y'all. I like this, y'all.
I'd like to introduce us.
Fellas, introduce yourself.
You color me back the funky new band. And our dope producer,
Dr. Freeze, kick it, G.
Mark, Brian, Kevin, and Sam. We're down with Warner Brothers and you're here on Giant Records. Our music is with R&B and hip-hop, so just let us entertain and groove you.
We're not a fad. We're I like this, y'all. I like this, y'all. Now, yo, check this out. Color me back in the place. Yo, check out the second verse. Yo, word up.
They said it wasn't easy.
Tell me.
We had to practice every day. Always stick together.
Always stick together.
Even when we work on just play. We just stick to what you wanna hear. We're kinda me bad. Every time the radio plays, we appear. We're dope, y'all.
I like this, y'all. I like this, y'all. right, Kevin and Sam, color me bad, I'm high down with Dr. Freeze and Spider-Man, always in full effect.
Now we're talking about the color. Like this group, there ain't no other. We're dope, yo, word to the mother. We discover, yo, Freeze, Spider-Man, you know we all brothers. Bringing off with a new style, wow, top of the pile, versatile. Make another singer sad, color me bad. Papa's got a brand new bag. And then you say, yo, damn, what's got into Mark, Brian, Kevin, and Sam? It's about a jam produced by the man, Dr. Free and
the help of CMB.
Yo, who's that?
Calling me bad with a dope track. And that's all. I like this shawl, I like this shawl. In the house, Giant Freak is in the house, Brian's in the house, yo, Kev's in the house, Mark's in the house, my man Sam's in the house, Hamza's in the house, Warner Brothers in the house, and yo, everybody's in the house, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Freeze and Spider-Man, color me bad, and we Audi 5000, G. Peace.
We are back, listeners. This is the REZ Ride coming to you live from KWTN 100.9 FM. Yes, you are joined in the studio by your host, MC BKC, and I have
DJ Bessami.
Yes, that set featured some listener requests. It was the one, the only Waterbed have Mr. Heavy D himself with I'll Be Good to You. That was a nice little jam, throwback from the day.
Yeah.
Also, remember, we're going to do the deep cut later on, but it was nice to hear some Heavy D. Then, of course, I threw into that was Color Me Bad with their hit, Color Me Bad. Nice little snappy little hit. What'd you think of that song?
I liked it.
Yeah, it kind of got you grooving.
Yes.
Also, remember, we know you are driving. You are on the way home, so we hope that you are driving safe and enjoying this time with us here on the REZ Ride. Mm-hmm. So, remember, a little bit later on in the program, listeners, we are going to get into Love Line because last week we had such a great time with it. I can't wait. Yes. So, before we get into that, though, there's something that I wanted to introduce because I think it's a good conversation to have, and we're definitely going to have to throw it in when DJ Garanteed gets back in the room with us. But I wanted to talk about what I called conspiracy theories.
I love it.
Yes, I know, absolutely, and all this kind of stuff. So the one that came out first, it's not necessarily conspiracy theory, but some of the scary stories that you'd hear, especially from the different tribes around the country and on the continent. Did you ever follow any of those pages where they tell those various ghost stories from the tribes?
I had one, but I think it got lost somewhere in there where like it would pop up on my feed all the time. And like, you know, a lot of people that I knew was involved in that little group too, but they could post all kinds of different scary stories, but I lost it somewhere.
Really? Oh God. Did you read them though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever get scared by any, or do you think they were corny?
I could kind of, not necessarily corny or anything like that, but like I just kind of like, you could get that shiver feeling or something, like, ugh, or something.
Absolutely. No. And so it's not really conspiracy theory, and we're going to get into some of that, but you guys out in the, out on the radio waves, do you guys remember that? I think it was called REZ Scary Stories or something like that.
That's probably, yeah.
Yeah, there was a Facebook page. I remember it, and then like I said, after my old Facebook got hacked and I lost everything, which was a nightmare, I couldn't find a lot of that stuff again, and that was such a bad thing. But the REZ Scary Stories, so when Garen comes back in, we'll have to ask him about that as well. One of the things I wanted to throw out there, though, with the urban legend and conspiracy theory is, do you remember the urban legend about 3 men and a baby? That movie?
Yeah, but...
Okay. So back in the day, listeners, if you remember, there was a movie called 3 Men and a Baby, and it starred Ted Danson, Steve Guttenberg, and Tom Selleck. Anyway, there were these 3 dads. The woman showed up with the baby. they all basically were with her at one time, and they didn't know, okay, whose baby it was. And it was supposed to be like kind of like a rom-com type comedy thing, but the urban legend was that a boy killed himself on the set. So in one of the scenes when they're in the apartment, when it's panning across the apartment, you can see something hanging in the window because the urban legend was that he hung himself.
That is, yeah. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, same thing with Wizard of Oz, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's
the munchkin.
Yeah, the munchkin in the background. Of course, listeners, these were all debunked. They showed later on that that was actually a statue in the Wizard of Oz it was hanging from a rope or a wire, but they broke it down and it just got in the way of the scene. So that didn't actually happen. And then the same thing actually happened also with Three Men and a Baby, because where they were shooting, they showed that somebody was actually walking by and the camera just happened to catch it. So unfortunately, those didn't pan out to be real. But don't you love that kind of story? Because
it kind of gets you intrigued.
What happened and what if? So actually getting into some of the conspiracy theories, did you ever hear the one about Sandy in the movie Grease?
No.
Okay. So you know the movie Grease. You've seen that movie. Okay. When Sandy is singing, and then also in the duet, Danny, John Travolta's character, they're singing Summer Love, and how they're telling their story of how they met, you know, tell me more time, whatever. That whole story is the conspiracy theory that, remember she said that they met because he showed off splashing around. Remember that she got a cramp, she nearly drowned. The conspiracy theory is that Grease is the story of Sandy because she actually drowned and died. So she's telling the story of how he didn't save her, met her in the school, and everything went toward that. So at the end of the movie, when they're at the carnival and like the convertible goes into the sky, that's her going to heaven. Isn't that kind of crazy how people make stuff up?
You had me. I was just like, wow.
Because when I first heard that, I was sitting there like, really? Wow. I mean, because I love Grease. You know, I love that movie. You know, not just the food. No. So,
it could.
So have you heard anything like that? Do you know any conspiracy theories that you want to share? The flat Earth, whatever.
Oh man, yeah. How we live in a dome. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
No, but they get pretty in depth about the flat Earth one. They got all these they go as far as with the water, how it would drop off at the end or whatever. There's a term and I'm drawing a blank for some reason, but the dome, and it's the actual terminology that I'm trying to think of. Firmament. I can't even say it. Firmament. Firmament. I can't say it.
I know that the flat Earth theory is out there, but at the same time, it's too undeniable because, of course, you look at the other planets and how come they're not flat? And it's strange. I love that because people say, it's amazing how that happens. Earth is the only one that's flat. But with that, conspiracy theories here live on KWTN. Let's get back into some music. We have the one and only Fabulous with So Into You. Coming to you live on KWTN 100.9 FM. REZ Ride. Get in. We're going cruising.
Baby girl. There's a song. Can't really explain it. I'm so into you now. I wanna be more than a friend of you now. When they ask, I mention my baby girl in the interviews now. And I don't bring the problems from the 90s and the 2000s. There's no reason to have a friend or two now. Cause the kid's ready to tell you how he feel in a few vows. Maybe I speak in general now. But girl, I'ma do whatever just to keep a grin on you now. Where I go, they wear bikinis in the winter too now. What you think about tan lines on the skin of you now? Why wouldn't I wanna spend a few thou? On Fifth Ave, shopping sprees, and them dinners to chow. I ain't concerned what other men would do now. As long as when I slide up in you, you growl. And any dude with you, he better be a kin of you now. And I ain't jealous, it's the principle now. I'm so into you.
than the flashing. I would've traded it all in orderly fashion. The villa in Florida, we crashing just off the shore, so you can hear when the water be splashing. The drop top 3 in a quarter, we dashing. The flawless diamonds in the border, we flashing. The money we ought to be stashing. I make sure every quarter be cashing. I can't really explain. My friends be thinking I'm slipping. These girls be thinking I'm tripping. What kind of weed you be smoking? What type of drinks you be sipping? Sweet thing, just to think of you dipping. What had me with the blues so hard, you would think I was crippin'. Now, you relaxing in the bins. Credit cards with no limits, so you don't worry about maxing when you spend. But since you been asking about the friends, how'd you like it if both our names had Jackson on the ends? The truth is, girl, the way you cook a steak remind me of them strips on Roof Chris. You love my smile, no matter how chipped my tooth is. With you, it ain't because my whips is ruthless. So sit on chrome, dipped up deuces. And you ain't flattered by Canary and VS dip, taste suices. Cover ballers look dumb when they press you. 5s and 6s, you don't let them kind of numbers impress you. Even though I was somewhat successful, me and a player was becoming too stressful. But every since the superwoman has come to my rescue, my winter's been wonderful, my summer's been special. Let's fly the same bark while the villa be painted, just so we can get really acquainted. The love is real, there's no way you can feel like it's tainted, but I can't really explain it. Yeah.
DJ Bessami, go ahead and sing it.
They don't want to hear me sing. I'm just kidding.
You're on the REZ Ride. This is So Into You, Fabulous, featuring Tamia. And there's also a version with Deshante, so don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that. Here we go. Mm-hmm. So, welcome back, listeners. This is REZ Ride coming to you live on KWTN 100.9 FM. Big Voice Radio, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
Yes.
This is your host, MC BKC. I am joined live in the Big Voice studio with
DJ Bessami.
Yes, we also have a phone number that I'd like to give out. So if you have requests or also want to give shout outs and reply to us, that is...
It's 402-922-3347.
Yes, so don't forget, we appreciate you guys listening. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your aunties, tell your uncles. Remember, coming up in just a few moments, we are also going to get into the next session of Love Line. Last week's questions were, he doesn't like my fry bread, what should I do? We gave out expert advice on that. And you remember also DJ Blue said, learn how to make tortillas.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because Juanita doesn't close till 1. So don't sweat. So if you missed that, we're also perpetuating that awesome advice. And then also the other question was, she won't stop wearing her ex's tournament shirt. Yes. What should I do? And the advice basically came out of dump her. No. No, burn the shirt.
Yeah.
Burn the shirt.
And she goes to the store or something, grab that shirt. Grab that shirt and get rid of it.
Yes. What happened to my shirt? Who cares? Who you with? No, he was nice. No. Whatever.
I know.
Go be with him then. No.
Go be with him then.
So here also on KWTN, the Big Voice, we do have some other programming. Do you want to tell them about that?
Yeah, so we have some good programming coming up for you tomorrow on Friday. We have the premiere of Indigified Podcast. That is going to be featuring Trisha Etchinger, Monica Gooddon, and Brandon Arriaga. So they'll be going live on the Big Voice Radio over the Big Voice Facebook and YouTube at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Friday, February 3rd. And then we'll be getting into a top hits with DJ Blue at 7 p.m. And then we'll be getting into Midnight Love with MC BKC at 10 p.m.
Yes, Midnight Love. I always love doing Midnight Love because it is the slow jams, everything that you ever hope and want it to be. We also mix it up. We've gone through so many different genres, so many different time periods, even back to the 70s.
Yep.
Throwing that in. Right out of the gate, putting you on the spot. Did you have a favorite show that we did, DJ Bessami?
I'm going to go with your Divas mix.
The Divas mix.
Yes.
Nice. Yes, that was good. All the way through, top to bottom. We threw some of that information into our top 5 last week. Some of the divas came out. I think, I believe it was DJ Blue, or was it DJ Garanteed said Mariah Carey as one of their favorites.
Oh yeah, DJ Garanteed.
Yes, so Mariah Carey made the mix, of course, in that top 5 performance artists of all time. That's something we should get into, you know. Also, throwing that back out there, we are in our top 5 video games of all time. We said our number 5 for DJ Garanteed was Pac-Man. His number 4 was Street Fighter. Your number 5 was Candy Crush, and then SpongeBob game. Did you find the title?
And I did find the title. It was the Battle of Bikini Bottom.
Battle of Bikini Bottom. Listeners, did you guys play that game? You did? Awesome. Yeah, it was a fun game. And SpongeBob, they had quite a few little titles coming out of it.
There was quite a few that when I was looking through trying to find the specific one, there's like a lot of different ones. There's like a Dreams one, and
oh geez, so many different things. Yeah.
And I believe that the ideas were coming from the episodes. So
yeah, oh God, that show's been on for over 20 years. Yeah, so they have a lot of material to work with. SpongeBob. So number 3 on the list. Do you have a number 3, DJ Bessami?
I do have a number 3. So I was going through and I was trying to think, which ones was I playing? There was the Midnight Club. So there's a bunch of different ones.
Midnight Club.
Tell me about
that. That's not ringing a bell.
It is a car game.
Okay.
I don't really know like the purpose of what the game's supposed to do, because what I would do, and I don't know why it was my favorite, but I was driving those cars. Like you can do like these little missions and stuff like that. Sure. Instead of doing the missions, I would just drive like a normal law-abiding civilian.
So it wasn't GTA running people over on purpose?
No. But for some reason, it was just...
So Midnight Club.
Yeah.
That's what it was called. My number 3 is an old school classic. I wasted so much of my parents' money on this. It was Donkey Kong. Yes, Donkey Kong. You guys remember, of course, Mario. That's not his debut, but that's really kind of where he started to blow up. Because, of course, trying to save the princess. And I think she had a name. God, it just went out of my head. Was it Princess Peach? Was that her name? I don't remember.
Princess Peach.
I thought it was Polly. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Let's Google.
Yeah, we'll have to turn to Google for that one. But anyway, my number 3 is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. I love the theme.
Princess Peach.
Okay, you were right. Love the theme. Love, of course, the different levels. You know, the first one was like the red, you know, inverted, or not inverted, but, you know, basically gradient as you climb the ladders. And then the barrel started on fire and you had to hit them with the hammer. And all that was fun. Then the second level, you know, that blue where you had to knock those pegs out so Donkey Kong would fall. And the one that everyone always forgets about is the Pie Factory. There was a pie factory where these pies, you couldn't let them fall and whatever, but you also still had to save her and everything. But everyone always forgets about that.
Yeah, that one slipped my mind. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's there. So Donkey Kong is my number 3. So listeners out there, we're talking top 5 video games. What were your favorite video games of all time? So let's get back into some music. We have a classic cut, a little bit of mellowness for your REZ Ride. This is Surface with their debut hit, Happy. REZ Ride, KWTN 100.9 FM.
know what's on your mind. I'm curious about your loving, girl. I'm curious. I wanna know what's on your mind. Curiosity never hurt nobody. See, I'm curious. Curiosity never hurt nobody. I'm curious.
Yes, that set. That is the one and only Midnight Star with their hit Curious. Yes, that was a nice little set because we also had Happy by Surface. So we're always happy to get into all these kind of songs.
Yes.
This is the REZ Ride, and this is your host, MC BKC. We are coming to you live from the Big Voice Radio Studios in beautiful Winnebago. I'm joined in the studio with
DJ Bessami.
So, like what we said, we are talking about our topic of the day, which is our top 5 video games. So far, we have talked about our top 3, so let's get into the top 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2, I'm going to go with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, nice. Absolutely nice. Did you also play that with the Xbox, or did you switch? Xbox. I can't really say I know the difference between them and PS5. I know there's a huge divide, and according to my boys, it's like, don't ever talk to us about Xbox. And I'm like, okay.
I know.
Okay, I believe you because they're PS5.
My brother has an Xbox, and then my other brother has a PS5. So the PS5 is always saying stuff about the Xbox, and
so it's civil war at home.
Yes, there's just this unspoken controversy that just lives there with the Xbox and the PS5s.
Right. Don't provoke me. Don't talk about me. Yes. So my number 2 is going to be Tempest. Do you know that?
It's not ringing a bell.
Okay, Tempest, it was basically I don't want to call it, it wasn't always circular, but you had a dial like the mixer here, and you turn the dial, and there was a small wedge that cruised along the edge of whatever shape it was. It was triangles, it was circles, it was everything, even just straight out V's, I mean, funky looking stars. And you had to shoot these things as they came out, and you had to make sure that after you shot them all, you had a pathway down, because if there was a spike in the way, you'd die. So it was called Tempest, and it was so fun, and I absolutely loved playing it. So that was my number 2. So I will go my number 1 then. Of course, I love it forever. I could play it forever. Pizza Hut reigns, Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man, yes. And turned up so she was running as fast as possible. Yes. How about your number 1?
I agree. My number 1, I'm going to go with Call of Duty Black Ops.
Nice.
Man, they had to pry me off the game back then. So.
Yes.
And I know that the game's gotten better throughout the years. So my brother keeps trying to convert me back to playing, but
Call of Duty Black Ops. So give a shout out. What was your favorite game of all time? Because that was our topic of the day. But we need to get into Love Line. Are you guys ready? Up first, we have... She just said Sega. Call me Sega. Deadly Auntie, Deadly Dega. I know that it's over. Yes, in parentheses, it is over. But I still like my ex's family. What should I do? Oh my gosh. It's over. We are broken up, but I still like his family. What's your advice?
Hey,
Deadly Auntie.
When you're, when you have good people, when you meet good people, it's okay to carry on and still, be good to those people and say hi in passing and catch up. So how you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Because then, over time, they're probably going to end up hating him now.
They're going to get converted one way or the other.
Yes. So, listeners, the question is, yes, I know we're broken up. It is over, but I still like his family, my ex's family. What should I do? So, DJ Bessami Deadly Auntie said, keep it going. So, my wonderful advice is, I'm glad you dumped him, girl. Keep on stepping, but sure, yeah, stop over for dinner. Sit right next to him. What would what you guys do. Give us a shout out on that. So there we are. And then the next question that we have is from, it just says Haga. Okay, Haga and Siga. Wow, they're really pushing the envelope here. I don't know what to do. Yes, we're adults, again in parentheses, but she's a lot older than me. What should I do? Ooh, cougars. So Deadly Adega, Deadly Auntie, what's your advice for young Haga here? She's older. Consider, I don't think that's like 90. They didn't give us ages, but.
Didn't specify,
yes,
but.
I'm 18, she's 105.
Oh.
What's your advice?
I'm going to say.
Is there an age threshold?
Hey, man. Well, of course there is, but.
Now we're talking consenting adults.
When you get
here,
consenting adults,
yes.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Because if you get along, hey, you get along. So age ain't nothing but a number. My advice is probably going to be dump her. No. You can find better, man. No, just kidding. No, if you can find love and you guys can get along and actually have something in common, why not? Your family's probably going to have a lot to say about it, especially your mom. But, if you guys can get through that, then, hey, why not? Or just keep it on the DL and no one will have to know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe is that always good advice? Just don't tell anyone. Shh, it's just us. Yeah, right. So, that's our love line. Have you heard anything, or did you get any other comments that you wanted to share?
Maybe back to that one with the first one. Can you reiterate the?
Yeah. We are broken up. Yes, I know it's over, but I still like his family. What should I do?
Hey man, no one wants to be that person. Like, you have good people in your life, and no one wants to be the one with their nose up in the air. So
yeah, absolutely. And also, it's like what. I don't know. I don't know what I want to say with it.
I know.
Than it's like, if you're happy with it, I mean, maybe they want to hang out with you? No.
Okay, you still like them, but do they like you?
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe that's not clear. I think, from the way it's written, I would assume, yes, everybody still gets along except him and her. Couldn't make it work. He cheated. No, I'm just kidding. Making up stuff now. But whatever. But yeah, why not? Why not? Go out there and just keep on living, go to bingo together, even invite yourself over for Thanksgiving. So this is Love Line here on the REZ Ride. Coming up next, we have a song appropriate for this. This is the one and only Teen Dream, Debbie Gibson with Only in My Dreams. REZ Ride, get in, we're going cruising.
Smells like.
Debbie Gibson with her 80s hit and her debut, Only in My Dreams. So here on the REZ Ride, MC DJ Bessami, God, I'm talking about myself here. We are going to have every week the deep cut. Yes, the deep cut. Now remember when we introduced it last week, we did the Boogie Boys, I'm Coming, and everybody here in the studio seemed to like it. It was a song that the basketball boys used to warm up to, and it had a nice little jam. And so we're going to try to keep it in that vibe all the time. Songs that you really have to dig deep to get.
Yeah.
And so that is what the deep cut is all about. So let me get that queued up here. In the meantime, do you want to remind everybody of our phone number as well as some of the programming we have?
Yes, sir. So tomorrow, I'll start with the programming. Tomorrow for Friday, we are going to be getting into a premiere of a new show that's going to be every Friday at 11 a.m. It'll be Indigified Podcast with Trisha Ettringer, Monica Gooddon, and Brandon Arriaga. So join us tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Digified.
Yes. And then we're going to get into the Friday Night Hot Mix with DJ Blue.
Yeah, Blue.
So he'll be bringing us the today's hits for the Friday Night Hot Mix. And then following the Friday Night Hot Mix, we're going to get into Midnight Love with MC BKC.
Yes, a full array of programming coming to you live here on KWTN 100.9 FM. So this week's deep cut is from the one and only freestyle master, Mr. Stevie B. Are you familiar with Stevie B, or DJ Bessami?
A little bit, but I'm going to get schooled tonight.
Okay. So the song that we have is one of his cuts from way back in the 80s, and it is called I Need You. So call your aunties, call your uncles, because we're digging deep in the crates. Here comes the deep cut. Stevie B, I Need You, coming to you live on the REZ Ride. Turn it up, kids. We're going cruising.
I
This is the REZ Ride coming to you live from the Big Boy Studios here on KWTN 100.9 FM. This is your host, MC BKC, joined in the studio by the one and only
DJ Bessami.
Yes, we're getting close to the end of our show today. And with that, there's still a few things that we're to get through. Listeners, if you can hear the song behind us, you remember in one of our previous shows, we had a discussion about house music. This is a song that definitely fits into the house vibe. This is the group called Cannons with their song called Fire for You. What do you think of it?
I like it.
Do you? Yeah, I love it. House music, it's not necessarily mellow, but it definitely fits. It's not necessarily chill, but it definitely fits. It's also not very ornate. Like I said, it's a vibe, it's a feel, it's everything that you have out there. So we hope that you guys like it and hope we can hear it, because this is a song I definitely wanted to try to play for you. This is the group Cannons, Cannons. They also tour, and they're kind of a new group as well, but I really, really like them. I hope you guys can appreciate some good music out there as well. Good new music, Cannons, Fire for You. So our deep cut this week was the one and only Stevie B. Stevie B with his throwback song, I Need You. That's a song that came from the mid-'80s, and for the longest time, you could only actually get it on cassette. Believe it or not. Yeah, that song was so hard to find, was so hard to get, that if you didn't buy it when it first came out, and yes, it charted. Definitely wasn't number one, but it hit the charts.
Yeah.
But it disappeared, and it disappeared forever. So if you didn't have a copy of it right then and there, you couldn't find it. So once I was able to get it, natural, I snatched that baby up.
Yeah.
The Stevie B, he had some other songs. It was, what was it, the Postman song or something like that. His song there, what was the name of it? Because I Love You. Remember, it was kind of a slow ballad, Because I Love. Anyway, but yeah, that was his song there. So our deep cut this week, Stevie B with I Need You. So again, Cannons in the background as we move into this next segment of our playlist. Remember, we've also went through our top 5. My top video game of all time was Miss Pac-Man. DJ Bessami, yours was?
My top was the Black Ops.
Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops, yes. So just to round that out, number 5 was Candy Crush. Number 4 was SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yes.
That's what it was called. Number 3 was Midnight Club.
Yep.
Yep. The club mix. No, just kidding. Number 2, GTA San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then, of course, the number 1, Call of Duty Black Ops. Yes. Those are awesome games. On the platform where she played was Xbox, correct?
Yes.
Yep. So she hates all of you guys' PlayStation.
You heard it here first.
Yes, you heard it here. Screw. No, just kidding. And so mine were Mortal Kombat, then Super Mario Brothers, and then let's get into some other music here so we don't lose it. Where is it?
Just real quick, I want to add in there. I would have added those to mine, but I was just trying to add the variety too. But Super Mario's, that's a really great one. I loved that one as well.
Right.
And Donkey Kong was a great one as well.
Oh yeah, Donkey Kong. Yeah, and that was my number 3, I believe. And then my number 1, like I said, was Miss Pac-Man. So here, coming to you live, dealing with a few technical issues, also trying to bring everybody back into the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Sorry, that got cut off because I guess we played a song that we shouldn't have.
That they didn't like.
Yeah, and they booted us off, but what can you do with that? So we're going to get back into some of the final discussions that we have here in the final few minutes that we have of our show. So we talked about some conspiracy theories. We talked about how the movie Grease and Sandy and all of that, and also some of the scary stories from the REZ. So don't forget, you can shout these out because we'll go across the shows if there's, good stuff to talk about.
Yes.
So if you have some scary stories from the REZ, even if it's not from our REZ, throw it out there because we always love to what happened with you. So, we have a few shout outs that we need to give. First one, shout out to Africa. No, just kidding. That always makes me laugh because I think it was Beauty Shop where you said that. And then shout out, everybody holler, and then Africa. And okay, shout out to Africa. With that, I want to give a shout out to Physical Resources and the facilities crew. We recently had a lot of snow and cold snow at that here in Winnebago and locally, and they did a very, very good job of not only plowing the roads and keeping everybody safe in that, but also helping people dig out, doing our elders' driveways, etc. We also understand you can't get to all of them all at once, so we appreciate everybody's patience.
Yes.
But shout out to Physical Resources and Facilities for digging us out of the snow. Any shout outs for you, DJ Bessami?
Yeah, I just want to shout out. We have a grand premiere tomorrow on The Big Voice. We're going to be getting into a new show called Indigified Podcast. It'll be featuring Trisha Ettringer, Monica Gooddon, and Brandon Arriaga. They'll be talking about all kinds of different topics, so make sure you join us tomorrow. Tomorrow's focus will be small businesses. So we'll be going live at 11 a.m. over The Big Voice Radio. That's what I got for you.
Nice. Also, before we run out of time, let's get into a little bit of the weirdness that we missed.
Yeah.
They can throw out there real quick. Did you know, and it's very weird, hippopotamus have pink milk? Yes, so hippopotamus, of course, is a mammal.
So they got strawberries?
Yeah, I guess.
Strawberry milk?
It's strawberry, cherry, raspberry, whatever you're not allergic to. So, yes, hippopotamus have pink milk, so that's weirdness. Also, weirdness, fish can cough.
I think I knew that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes, you sat there and you had to burp your goldfish. No, like, poor baby. No, insane. Or Nemo or Dory or whoever it was. And also, the brain uses 10 watts of energy to think. And also, I know you may know this, listeners, and also DJ Bessami, the brain itself has no feelings. There are no nerve endings inside of the brain. Did you ever see the movie Hannibal?
Yeah.
Okay, and then also at that scene where he kind of cuts his head open.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's gross, but all that, and he's sitting there doing everything he did in the movie Hannibal, and that's because there are no nerve endings. He couldn't feel it. You know, he had him hooked up to some, to some IV drugs and everything, keeping him doped up. And I know it's a movie, but that's a very real thing. There are no nerve endings in the brain.
Interesting.
Yes, absolutely. So, here on the REZ Ride, like what we said, we're going to be coming to you every week, every Thursday from 4 to 6. I am your host, MC BKC, joined in the studio with DJ Bessami, DJ Garanteed, and also guest DJs as they come out. So up next and taking us out will be the one and only Brandy in her remix with LL Cool J. This is Sitting Up in My Room from the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for listening. This is KWTN 100.9 FM. The Big Voice, the official radio station of the Winnebago tribe. REZ Ride. Let the cruise continue.
Got to make it hot, LL. J got to make it hot, Brandy got to make it hot, LL. J got to make it hot, Real love is hard to maintain. Drama, people try to make it rain. Word to Marduk, boo, there ain't no substitute. Nah, the brothers wanna buy you love it with loot. I represent something genuine. Scoop you up in my arms in the nick of time. Willie style, keep my love flowing like the Nile. This here's real, major. Exhale and tap me on my pager.
Seems like ever since the first day we met, there is no one else I think of more than you. Can't seem to forget, can't get you on my head. There's the verdict and I'm crazy over you. How can one be down? Tell me where to start. 'Cause every time you smile, I feel tremors in my heart. I have but one concern. How can I get with you till my day comes? Here's what I'm gonna do. I must confess, I'm a mess for you. Sitting up in my room. I'm just obsessed with the faithful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Got the blazing joint, baby. It's the butter. It's all sugary, the flavor don't cease. When I'm in the cut, boo, I pull the silk out the crease. 10 fingers swing at the tension, get released. Tell your girlfriends chill, I ain't no dog on a leash. I keep it true, so who gon' get who sprung? 'Cause waiting to exhale collapses lungs. I make it hard for your ex, he feels the full effects. I treat my honey good and
and that's what he don't expect. Who's next? Not me, I'm dedicated. I never send my girl outside frustrated, that's a